The views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the hosts, guest and producers. They do not necessarily reflect the policies and position of this channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everyone, we're back here in Ganap TV and we're excited for another episode because we're going to travel again, and this is one of my favorite place or country to go because I've been here, Bench. I've been to Australia. I've won Fashion Australia. So that's way back 2 decades ago.
Sa
So
land down
kaya
under.
oo, at saka grabe. I stayed there for 10 days when I came back.
Mhm.
I already have the Australian twang
Accent.
accent.
I love the accent. I love the
Yeah,
Australian
so
accent.
dry.
Di ba? Yung
So
parang hindi
dry, good
bumubuka ang
afternoon,
bibig, di ba?
dry.
Yung parang hindi
Correct.
bumubuka ang bibig, pero
Pero
ang ganda ng ano.
yes, pero sobrang ganda ng Australia. They're so clean. At saka ang laki-laki niya. Parang ang sarap-sarap, ang
Mm-mm.
linis-linis.
Talaga.
Yes,
I
yeah.
wish I could go there.
Yes. Kaya
Oo.
tanungin na natin tong guest natin
Oo.
na kung ano mga
Oo.
nangyayari sa kanya diyan sa
Ano mga ganap?
Australia.
Ano mga ganap na?
Yes.
So, hello
Maganap.
everyone. Hello guys. Hello Dr. John.
may, 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 may papa-check up. May papa-check up ang guest
May
natin sa
mapa-check up.
atin.
Oo.
Oo, kasi
So,
may
ayan,
kukwento
excited.
siya sa atin.
Oo. So, excited nga tayo kasi kanina, di ba, sa backstage, para ang dami natin na pagkwentuhan about sa kanyang journey kasi not just sa Australia, but he went to a lot of countries already. So,
Oo.
excited
Saka ang dami
tayo.
niya ng naganap sa buhay. Grabe.
Accomplishments, oo,
Ang bata-bata pa kung ano na naman pinagagawa.
sa buhay. Oh. And then, aside from that, Jan, napaka-talented niya. Ang dami yung talent. Oo, so,
Yes. Painter na siya,
painter na
singer
siya.
pa,
Oo, tapos,
artista pa. Diba?
nag-pageant, grand winner, tapos, W Copa.
Tayo makopa.
Makopa. Makopa lang tayo.
Makopa lang tayo.
Oo. So, ayan, mga kaganap, let's welcome and let us get to know more about our guest, Mr. Jojo Sebastian. Ayan, so mga kaganap, please welcome Mr. Jojo Sebastian. Hi, Jo. Good
Hi,
evening.
Jo. Welcome to Ganap TV.
Maraming salamat po, Sir John, Sir Bench. Maraming salamat po sa pag-imbita.
And we're honored na pinaunlakan mo ang aming invitation dito sa Ganap TV.
Oo. Sobrang honor for us, di ba?
No, it's actually the other way around as well. It's been an honor because I've seen what you've guys done with Ganap Magazine, Ganap TV, and all the well, everything that falls under it. It's it's a very prestigious element that you guys put together. And thank you so much for inviting me and having this honor to be interviewed by Sir John and Sir Bench. Maraming salamat.
Of course. Ayan, napaka-seryoso naman ni Jojo.
Napaka-seryoso ni Jojo.
Oo.
So parang pwede bang like, can you just introduce yourself? Kasi parang kanina parang kulang pa yung no? Kulang pa introduction ko about you, pero pwede ba we want na manggaling sa'yo yung mo? Like, sino ba si
yung
Jojo?
Yung mga achievements
Sebastian?
mo. Sobrang na-overwhelmed kami sa achievements mo, sa talent mo, Oo, saka kanina we were talking about everything that you've been doing. Na-overwhelmed ako overwhelmed. You're still young, but you have accomplished a lot of things already.
Parang parang hirap kung saan tayo magfo-focus kasi sa dami niyang ginagawa, no?
Umpisahan muna natin kung ano-ano yung mga ginawa niya.
Ayan, sige.
Introduce ko pa sarili ko. My name is Jojo Almasora Sebastian, and I am an events masters of ceremony. I am a pageant host, a recording artist, singer performer. I used to be a choreographer when I was in the Philippines. I am a radio presenter, a TV presenter here in Australia, and I am a newly crowned pageant king as well. Yun lang po muna ang ating yun po yung pinaka-gist ng aking resume.
Pinaka-highlight, ika nga, di ba? Ayun.
So doon tayo mag-umpisa sa pagiging pageant host. Kasi hindi ka lang pageant host, but you also a title holder of a pageant. Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yes, it's actually, I've been hosting pageants since 1997, since I was young. In school, sa high school natin, we always have different pageants, and that's where I was tapped on the shoulders, not to only join. I used to in the university. I joined Mr. University and Mr. Engineering. I was an engineering student, by the way, and I was tapped to and I won that in Laguna. So Perpetual Help, University of Perpetual Help sa Binyan, Laguna. Yun, doon ako nanalo. And then it started from there. And then I guess it was just brought continuously because I've been involved in a lot of pageantry, and it was just highlighted here in Australia. Kasi in Australia, I was tapped to do about 15 pageants so far. I've hosted different systems, pageant systems, including Miss Earth Australia and Miss Glamour, Mrs. and Miss Glamour Look Australia. I've hosted pageants, and so far I have been awarded 2 Australian Best Pageant Awards by the Australian Golden Sass Awards. So we've been fortunate in that regard. And ang nakakatawa dyan, Sir Ben, Sir John, is that yung mga hino-host kong pageant and the queens that I've crowned out in the community, it's a very multi-diverse queens, I may say. They came from different backgrounds: Sudan, Philippines, you got European and German and things of that sort. So iba-iba talaga siya. And they were tapping me on the shoulder, said, yeah, we've seen you host. You've host so much. You've host Miss Earth Australia, you've host this, you've host that. But what's your credential? And so, I was challenged in that aspect wherein, yes, they it would be more credible if I actually if I have a crown here in Australia or international. Because at first I was just thinking of Australia. Okay, we'll do that. And fortunately, I won the Australian part of it and then joined the international pageant. However, due to the COVID, there's not much people. It's still online and stuff. And fortunately, with all that, I still won the international pageant.
Wow.
Yun ang
Wow.
nakakatuwa.
Oo.
Galing.
Oo. So
Sali na tayo, Bench.
so that's the title, the Mr. Diamond International.
Yes.
So it was held online, tama ba?
No, it was partly online, but it also was held in person because a lot of
Mm.
it was held in Brisbane, Australia, because the
Mm.
pageant
Brisbane.
system itself is based in Brisbane, and they had a total of different categories, but because of the pandemic, not everyone could come. Because I know of people from South Africa that was
Mhm.
supposed to come in different countries, but yun nga ang nangyari. So for them
So
to
it's an international competition din, di
yeah,
ba? Oo. And then ano yung pinaka main mission or vision ng pageant?
the pageant itself is looking at celebrating the diversity of beauty, not only physically but the things that you're able to do holistically. So as a person of beauty, as a person of talent, and as a person of in the community. So they're very big in promoting your advocacies and charities that uh, you're supporting
Mhm.
throughout. So in ang maganda rito, sir, it's a beauty pageant with a purpose.
With a cause.
So
Yeah,
Oo.
ano
and
naman yung
tayo
advocacy
maraming
mo?
ganyan ngayon, pero
Oo. Oo.
ang maganda kasi dito is that they back it up. So
Mm.
yung charity work na ginagawa mo, they go straight to the charity institution.
That's good.
Mhm.
Doesn't go to them. You just give them a receipt from the charity institution, and that's where
Mm.
they. So far, they've collected about 100 and I think $150,000, Australian
Mm.
dollars
Wow.
charity.
So how about you? What's your advocacy?
Oh, I have three different advocacies, sir. First and foremost, I love work uh, helping children. So
Mhm.
any charities with children, I've helped. But previously, in the last few months, I've raised funds for the Sydney Hospital, Children's Hospital. Secondly, for the abused kids, because if you haven't known yet, Sir Bench, Sir John, I am a survivor of abuse as a kid
Mm.
from
Mm.
9 to
Oh.
14, sexual abuse, and it became my catapult. I used it with the support that I received from my parents and my relatives. I use it uh, as a inspiration to be better.
Inspiration. Oo.
Yes,
So kaya pala Joe, parang makikita natin parang you are closer to those kind of charity like yan sa mga bata.
yeah,
So ganun pala yung naging inspiration mo. That's why naging malapit ka dun sa
correct. It's
organization.
because I believe that I was fortunate that I had that support from my
Mhm.
parents and my relatives and the
Mhm.
people around the community, and I feel like a lot of kids are helpless nowadays because of their circumstance, and I
Oo.
just want to help out in in the way I could. And another charity that I'm helping is not really a charity. I'm helping to make awareness of community service, volunteerism. I think it's very important nowadays because we have so much charity institution out there, and all they
Mhm.
need are volunteers. So we are
Yes.
encouraging and we are educating the community, no matter what part of the world you are, to
Mhm.
join up, sign up, and volunteer your time, even just an hour or two a week, to make a
Mhm.
difference. Importante niya, tulad dun sa Philippine, sa El Ciscachos Village, I used to volunteer
Yeah.
there.
Sa Alabang, yeah, sa
Yes,
Alabang.
Yeah.
the Philippine
I,
Red
I've,
Cross.
I've been there also. I did
Mhm.
my charity work there also before.
Yes,
Mhm.
So, ang ganda. I like that idea ha. Yung kasi, 'di ba, there's a lot of charity, but there's no people who really wants to get involved with charity works.
Yes,
So,
yes.
I think that's very important that we encourage people to get involved in the works, 'di ba? Yung dirty works, 'di ba?
Mhm.
correct.
And
Kasi,
then sige, gusto ko lang, I want to know more details about yung napagdaanan mo as a child. Kasi kanina we were discussing about na nagkaroon ka ng depression. Tapos
Mhm.
a while ago you just also talked to us at telling us about you were abused when you were a child. So ito bang mga nangyari sa iyo were partly involved, like yung depression mo, bumalik ba yung abuse sa iyo, yung nangyari sa iyo in the past? Meron, doktor kasi ako, 'di ba? O nakawa. So, paano mo to na overcome and how you able to survive it? And kasi
Oo.
naging successful ka dahil, 'di ba? And I think this will also inspire more people. Just, if you tell us how you were able to survive
To
this situation
survive.
into your life.
I was at the tender age of 9 to 14. I experienced things that any child should not experience, and being, uh, it's true that the people that could hurt you are the people that you know, and unfortunately that's what happened to me, and it was an advantage taken by someone who we know in the family. And the fortunate thing about it is that I was able to save someone from experiencing that. And not saying that I volunteered myself to experience it. No one should experience that. And in saying that, sir, at 14 years old, my strategy, or what I've used to actually delete all the experiences, because you're wanting to block things in your brain,
Mhm.
is artistry, is dancing, is singing and painting, and all of that. I try and become very busy with the arts,
Mhm.
for me to be able to express myself. And even a lot of my friends says, you have a lot of angst. And I said, I couldn't, at first I couldn't explain to them why I'm feeling a bit out, like suddenly I don't want to be with them, suddenly I don't want to be around people, I don't feel safe. Because there are times na you're there, you're in the pageant, you're dancing, you're doing a lot of things. And
Mhm.
I feel like the stage became a second home for me. And that's when before moving, until I was 17, because like I mentioned earlier, I was part of Tanghalang Binyan, and Tanghalang Binyan is a pet project of Sir Marco Season, who's the counselor. And he's, hello,
Mhm.
yeah, Marco. I know he will be watching this. And it became my tool to express myself. And from there, it grew, because I was trained in theaters, and that theater, musical theater, and all that acting. It's like me acting, but I know I'm feeling it. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's a
Yeah.
connection. There's an
Oo.
outlet for me to be able to get that out. And
So,
surgeon, it's true.
mm,
When I left, when I left to move back to the US, it brought back a lot of depression and a lot of memories. And
Mhm.
I joined the military, U.S. Air Force, as an escape
mhm.
from, because I was just stuck at home. I want to go back to college, uh, and join the military because I want to escape. So that
Escape.
escape, because I wanted to be alone then. I wanted to be alone and stuff like that. And after being in the military, being alone for 12 years and being independent, 12 years, 6 years in the U.S. Air Force, you just decide to, like, well, I need to go back to my life. And that's the life in arts. So yes, I became depressed. I deployed in the military, and I became depressed, and I ate my sorrows. And
Mhm.
that's when I reach a certain heaviness, or my weight, when
Mhm.
I looked at myself in the mirror, well, that's not you. That's when it clicked back. And yes, everything flooded back to me. All the things that happened to me when I was
In the
young,
past. Oo.
all the rejects and all everything else.
Oo.
And it's hard. It's hard, to be honest with you. It wasn't an easy task to do, but with the support of my family, friends, and the community that I was in at that time, I was able to pick up myself and dust off and say, I'm gonna start over, and
Mhm.
let's see where my journey takes me.
Wow, grabe.
Oo,
Grabe. Alam mo, you can see the talagang in your success, you really have to go through a lot of things before you
Oh,
achieve so many things. So I'm so natutuwa ako kasi ang tapang mo, and you were able to
to
survive
face,
the things that happen in your life, and you were able, kahit bumaksak ka, bumabangon ka, and that's very
oo,
important, na hindi mo hinahayaan na magapi ka ng sitwasyon or whatever it
oo.
is, kasi you know how to deal. That's so important. You know how to deal and face situation, and
Isa,
you were able to rise up despite that you have been through. You still learn how to rise up, and that is very important, and that's the key. I think that's what we can tell to the young people now, because sa dami ng mga pinagdaraanan nila, hindi ito katapusan ng buhay mo, 'di ba? I think you just have if you can just message our young people now with what you have gone through, tell them na there is life.
sa nakita ko Joe and John, parang sa nakita ko kanina, parang based dun sa kwento ni Joe, parang ah dapat talaga mayroon kang gagawin. Like,
May
kung mayroon kang
outlet.
yeah,
There's
oo. Kung
yeah,
mayroon kang na experience, you have to do something. You have to find like parang i-divert mo yung attention mo para at least somehow makalimutan mo yun. And then yan nga sa ginawa ni Joe, parang bumagsak siya, pero tinulungan niya ang sarili
bumangon.
niya para bumangon. At 'di ba, parang 'di ba, look at him now, 'di ba? So yun nga sabi ni John, baka uh, you can give us a message naman sa lalo sa mga kabataan na nakaka-experience na the same thing with what you've experienced in life.
Yeah, to everyone who's watching this, bata ka man, tanda ka man, or at any age, I just wanted to let you guys know that in any adversity, there is always a chance for you to rise up and pick yourself up. So, kahit na anong pinagdadaanan natin, alam ko minsan mahirap, pero kasi kailangan manggaling sa atin na gusto nating mapabuti eh. Kasi mahirap din yung halimbawa nadadapa ka at patuloy ka pa ring nasa lusak. Yung you continue to dwell on the failure or the mistake, if I may say that word, on your life. So what you need to do is actually stop, assess yourself, and see where you can start. So you need a starting point, and with that starting point, you can only go forward from there. So it's important that we realize that we are only humans, we make mistakes, and from that realization, you can move forward. And please do not hesitate to reach out and ask for support from your family, friends, and the community around you, because people are kind, people are loving, and people are supportive. And please remember that.
And also, gusto ko yung sinabi mo kanina na you took away all the bad things in your life. Rather, you just only look at the positive, all the beautiful things, which is true. Actually, in psychology, di ba, meron tayong, sometimes we block all the unnecessary things in our life. Lahat ng mga pangit, binubura natin. So, that's why we were able to survive circumstances into our life. And I like that idea. So you can also tell that to our young people na, you know, maraming mas magandang bagay na nangyari sa buhay mo. Think
Yeah,
about it more than the bad.
yeah. I think
The bad
I know,
things.
Sir John, I am quite. I was very saddened by a lot of things in Facebook where a lot of kids or a lot of youngsters now in the Philippines think that, not only in the Philippines but all over the world, that the resolution to a problem is actually with mental health is going towards the negative side, and it bothers me that at a lot of times it was too late for us to help them. But at the same time, like I mentioned earlier, uh, if you are experiencing this at any point in time, it's okay not to be okay. What it is that you just need to realize that you're not okay, and you just need to realize that people are around you. you can ask for assistance, and that's the most important thing.
Ayun.
Grabe. Ang ganda naman.
Ang ganda naman ng message na yun.
Oo.
And
I was
And it's okay not to be
to
okay.
be okay. Sabi nga ni Boy
Akala ko
Abunda, di ba?
Uy, paano ba i-answer yun, Sir John? Like, how
One
would
of
you
the hardest question.
Ako talaga tinanong.
Ikaw,
What is it that?
And I.
and I thank you.
Thank you.
Parang di ba dyan diniscuss na sa isang interview, ano ang sagot mo dyan? Ikaw may sagot
It's
dyan.
okay. We have to realize that there are certain things in our life that they are not okay. But we have to be okay because there are people who needs us more than we need ourselves. So it's about not thinking about ourselves. Think about the people who needs us more than we need ourselves. So it's okay not to be okay. Kasi minsan kahit masama yung pakiramdam natin, pero mas kailangan ng mga tao sa paligid natin ang lakas, ang hope. So kailangan natin magpakalakas so that we can able to draw more strength, share the strength to them.
Ana Arco is on here as well. So,
Si Hana. Friend ko yan si Ana sa Facebook.
and she won before pa magpunta, she won a pageant here as well. Kasi nandun din ako, nanonood din ako. So, yeah. So, beautiful answer, sir. And I really believe.
Di ba?
No, I totally believe
diba?
what you said. We needed
Very well said.
for people that are leaning on us to be good and leaning on us to be stronger. Diba?
At saka the fact is like if you have gone through with it, the more that you help people kasi napagdaanan mo na yan. Napagdaanan mo yan, mas makakatulong ka. Pero ako hindi pa naman ako na-depress. Iniisip ko na-depress ako kasi ako yung sinasabi ko kanina, Jo, na I don't think about the bad things in my life. I only think about the beautiful things. Kasi that's the beauty about being artist, diba? Meron tayong outlet na pwede nating pagbuhusan ng sama ng loob. Ikaw, naghiyak. Yung painting mo, ginagawa. Naging abstract tuloy.
Outlet, naging outlet, no? Oo. Pero hindi naman, Jan, pero pag ano ka naman siguro, baka hindi maganda yung maging output ng painting mo.
Kaya nga abstract na nga lalabas.
Abstract na lang.
Yun lang nakatago sa kwarto.
Ayan. Pagtuunan naman natin ng pansin itong mga paintings mo. Grabe. Hindi ka lang, Ay, teka muna.
Nagulat ako doon. Kasi diba yung sa magazine issue natin, it's all about
the pageant.
I mean, it's an art and photography. Parang he never mentioned na, I have this collection. Kasi parang, di ba, parang sabi ko, ang ganda pagsamahin, pageantry and art. Di ba?
Yeah. Then, nainggit lang si Jojo sa akin nung linabas ko yung artwork.
I was concentrating on pageantry for the past 3 years. And I've been blessed to be like I mentioned, feature and get to know people like you guys who support a lot of people around the world and promote them and introduce them to the world. And in saying that, I saw nga yung art ni Sir John. Sabi ko, maganda rin kasi like
may din.
Hindi maganda kasi maganda yung mga pinopromote kasi it's not just pageantry. It's the Ganap magazine is a very well-rounded magazine where you feature people all over the world of what they do good. And I was like, I do art, I do photography, pero concentrate muna tayo sa pageant.
Sa pageantry.
Oo, sayang ang title, 1 taon lang yan. Samantalahin na.
Exactly.
Samantalang yung mga painting natin, forever yan.
Forever yan. Kasi hindi sa atin mawawala yan, di ba?
Yeah.
At saka Sir John, Sir Benjo, maganda dyan. Since they found out I also do painting. Kasi in Australia before naman, yung maraming charity work, nagdo-donate tayo ng painting. So, some painting and they want artwork. And sabi ko, hobby ko lang po. And it's just so happened that a lot of people like it as well. So it helped a lot of charity work yun din ang ginagawa natin. So,
At magandang painting mo, ha? In
Oo,
fairness,
in
diba?
fairness. And then, tsaka, Joe, why not parang meron ka bang plans na like, magkaroon ka ng
Mag-exhibit,
concert at the same
gallery.
time, mayroon kang
Oo,
exhibit, di ba?
correct.
Actually,
Parang alam ko yan, yung show na yan.
there's actually a lot of talks here in
Ay,
Australia.
actually, yan yung pangarap kong show, no? Pero hindi concert,
Hindi
fashion
ka
show.
kakanta.
That's na lang
Fashion
pakakanta.
show with
Speaking of fashion
exhibit.
show, Sir John, Sir Bench,
Mhm.
nag-aaral ako manahe.
Ay, talaga? Ang galing naman.
Hindi, panlalaki na, panlalaki. Yung,
Oo. Hindi, at least, diba?
Oo.
Diba?
pandemic, walang magawa.
Correct.
Nakabili ng $65 na makina.
Machine. So, ano naman, ano natahi mo?
Bahag.
Yung maliit, diba?
Alam mo, you should enroll.
Yung
You should
handy,
enroll,
oo.
online sa FIP.
Oh,
Sa Binyan lang yon, Fashion Institute of the
Sa
Philippines.
Philippines.
Kay
bahay ko pa yun. Sabi niya,
oo,
Kila Kati ba yun? Or si
Hindi.
Direk Kata? Tama ba?
Hindi. Si
Hindi.
Pamaong.
Si Shannon Pamao.
Siya,
taga-ano
oo.
yun? Sa ano yun?
Siya
Tanlalay.
Oo, Laguna yan. Taga Binyan. Binyan yung school niya.
Santa Rosa yata dyan, di ba?
Oo.
Santa
Papunta
Rosa.
sa Santa Rosa.
Yeah. So anyway, dito sa mga pinagdaanan mo, Jojo, meron ka
Balik tayo.
bang mga hindi, beautiful bad things in your life that
bad.
meron ka bang certain song that you can share to us na naging inspirasyon mo at kinakanta mo to na habang
During the-
nagpe-painting ka,
Oo.
habang nasa sitwasyon ka, ito yung
Na-
nag-boost sa iyo ng
na
confidence.
parang you are coping up during the time that you are
Yeah.
coping up. Di ba?
During the time that, actually, to be honest with you, there's two songs in mind. One is really Magsimula Ka.
Ayan.
Magsimula Ka is a very...
Magsimula ka by Rico.
Ayan, sige, kantahin naman natin, di ba? Mga hugot
Pakinggan natin
song.
si Jojo.
Pakinggan
diba?
natin.
Pakinggan
At
natin.
alam,
Magsimula Ka is it's a very meaningful song for me because that's my audition piece din sa Tanghalang Binyan. And then
sample.
actually,
Sample.
sige sir. Sasampulan natin 'yan, pero syempre the song itself is very meaningful.
Yes.
Leo Valdez, let me correct myself. It's actually Sir Leo.
Magsimula ka. Oo.
Mm.
Bigla tuloy ako na pa YouTube, di ba?
Magsimula ka, bati ng kagandang umaga, nang may ngiti sa iyong mga mata. Ayun.
Ang ganda.
Ang ganda.
Nakakainis. Nabitin naman ng...
Leo Valdez. Yeah.
Oo. Ang ganda ng boses. Grabe.
And then the other song is, of course, Sir Marco Season's Walang Kamatayang yung
Ano ba yun?
Coach.
na-started.
Yung English, ano niya? Marco
This is
Season.
Marco Season. Yung kanyang My Love Will See You Through.
Ayun.
yan. So, kantahin natin yan.
Sige, lang. My Love Will See You Through. Chorus na tayo?
Hindi, ikaw lang. Sinama tayo ako.
My love will always be with you. Di ba yun? In everything you do.
Tears are in your eyes and you feel like you wanna cry. Just reach out. I'll be around to understand when you stumble and fall and you need a shoulder to lean on. All you have to do is call and I'll be there with a helping hand when the road seems so long and endless. And all you see is nothing but darkness. Don't give up, just walk on. Have faith in your heart, for my love will see you through. Yun.
Ayan. Alam mo yung... yung message
Nagtayuan
ng
yung
song,
balahibo ka.
alam mo yun, yung message ng song, bagay na bagay kay Jo, di ba? Parang,
Oo, sa
And
lahat din
you
ng
know what,
mga
sir?
taong nagdaraan, don't give
oo,
up,
don't
'di ba?
give
You know, Sir
up,
John,
just
Sir,
go on.
yes, correct. Sir John, Sir Bench, I
Oo,
had the opportunity to meet the singer of the song, Sir Marco Sison, and he
Marco
was a
Season.
great
Oo.
friend until now. And in 2019, the person, 70s band, Sir Nonoy Tan, who wrote the song,
Mhm.
came here and actually, it's in YouTube. He got me, he said, since Marco Sison said you're here, he sang the song. I would like for you to sing the song, and he played it for me. So
So
I
you
had
sang
the
with
song.
him?
No, no, we
Wow.
sang the song for him. So he was
Oo.
Okay.
supposed to sing the song. Sir Nonoy was like, "No, Joe, I want you to come on stage, sing this song. Everyone will, Tito Kayamanda, all the great composer of our time came.
Composer. Oo.
Yes, and
Wow, you're so privileged.
Privilege.
I felt
Oo.
really, really privileged for that, and it's been my national anthem since then.
Saka maganda naman yung song. And
Oo.
Marco Sison is one of my favorite singer also.
Me
Yes,
too.
Gustong-gusto ko
Me
yun.
too.
Alam mo, gustong-gusto ko yun. Nakakaiyak kaya yun, yung
di ba
song na
na?
yun.
Oo. And then, tsaka ano dyan, di ba, parang naging parang pambansang awit siya sa mga video
Oh,
okay. Parang
yes.
everywhere, maririnig mo yung kanta na yan eh.
And
Correct.
Kahit
nakakatawa
sobrang
dyan,
taas na sa dulo, di ba?
pwede mo kinakanta.
Pero ang galing ni Jojo, super. I'm so
Mm.
saludo sa'yo. Saludong-saludo ako. Magaling ka ng kumanta, magaling ka
Kumanta.
pang painter. Lahat na ata binuhos sa'yo ni
Nasa
Lord. Oo, sana man ako
Talagang
binuhusan ng
Meron pa pang
kaboses.
ano, oh, hindi ayun nga, 'di ba? Parang sa dami ng achievement ni Joe, parang meron ka pang bang gustong gawin sa buhay mo?
Meron pa tayong tatlong goals.
Mm.
My first goal is to actually do a concert sa Pilipinas.
Mhm.
As someone, and then the second one, concert, when I say concert, intimate lang, hindi naman araneta.
Ah,
Intimate lang. Na parang,
Mga music
yeah.
music
Yeah.
museum, mga
kaya mga
ganyan.
ganyan,
Maganda.
yung
May
maliit
music
lang.
museum pa ba?
Meron.
Pang-Okada na siya. Pang-Okada
Ay,
na.
grabe.
Hindi na yun.
Pangukada nga daw. Oo.
Pero yeah, maliit na event lang sa Pilipinas to sing to my classmates, friends, families that they've never seen me
Siyempre,
perform.
kasama tayo dun, no?
Of
Kasama
course,
kami dyan, syempre.
ganap family na tayo.
Ganap family,
Then,
oo.
I would like to do an exhibit. That's one of the dreams, to do an
Mhm.
exhibit with the art. And lastly, I would like to be able to just do a huge fundraiser. Dito siguro,
Ayun, oo.
Nako, kayang-kaya isang show lang 'yan.
Isang
'Di
show lang
ba?
yan,
Pagsabayin mo
oo.
na 'yan.
Charity,
Pagsabayon.
exhibit, concert.
Oo, 'di ba?
O, tapos dagdagan pa natin ng fashion show.
Correct.
Lahat na.
Oo.
Why not? Oo.
Go. Pagkatapos ng
Go.
pero yun ang
pandemic, let's go.
yun ang
Kaya
mga
nga, oo.
gusto ko pang magawa. Kasi at the moment, I'm the vice president for the Filipino Sports, Arts and Recreational Club here in Sydney. And marami kaming nagagawa na projects. Like yung huli namin is basketball tournament bago mag-pandemic ulit. So,
Mhm.
we were able to do that. So,
Ayan. Tulungan mo kami, sponsoran nyo kami diyan ni Bench mag-show ng aming fashion wear.
Fashion.
pag-usapan natin.
Sa Australia, oo.
Marami tayong pwede.
Oo, Philippines.
Oo.
Sabi ka,
How about ano, Joe? Like, how about film? Wala ka bang interest sa film?
meron na tayong mga nagawa as extras. So, okay na yun, sir. Okay na tayo doon. Yeah,
Okay.
meron
Malay
na
mo, magbigyan pa siya ng opportunity magbida, 'di ba?
Correct. Oh, why not?
Ang buhay ni Jojo, 'di ba?
But we were given opportunities sa US na mag-extra, tapos sa Philippines sa maalaala mo kaya yung mga maliliit na Hiraya Manawari, Bayani, and a few episodes.
Maliliit pa ba 'yun?
Malit pa ba yun?
When I was
Oo.
younger, yeah. I mean, you know, one-liner, two-liners, which is great. I
Oo.
Okay na yun, di ba?
Okay
I
na
appreciate
'yun.
every single blessing kasi that actually made a tick box. You know, yung bucket list. Tick, tick. So, I'm thinking,
Yes.
Oo.
Yeah. So,
Nagawa
thank
mo
you so
na.
much, Jo, for your time, for giving us your time. So, maraming salamat. At alam ko lahat ng nanonood ngayon na inspire sa storya mo at binahagi
Super,
mo at
oo.
pinagkatiwala mo ang buhay mo dito sa Ganap.
Mhm.
TV.
And,
With that, ano na lang siguro, Joe, final message mo na lang sa ating mga viewers.
to the viewers of Ganap TV, always support Sir John and Sir Bench for all the endeavors that they're putting forward. These people are inspirational individuals that you can look up to and uh, be you can they can be your inspiration in the journey that you want to take. To the people, for you guys, I know it's pandemic at the moment. I hope that you guys keep safe and always remember to always let the people that you love them the most, and help out the people that need the help genuinely. And please be kind to one another.
Ayun.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Yan.
Joe.
to to Charlie Mancini and Morgan Mancini of the Mr. Diamond International Pageant, I would like to thank you guys for all your support and all everything that you provided me and accorded me, and giving me that platform for my advocacies. And thank you so much for that. To my mom in Binyan, Laguna, to my mom in Honolulu, Hawaii, and to my relatives in Binyan, Laguna and Bulacan, maraming salamat sa suporta. And to everyone there that's dreaming, please know that no matter what age, no matter what your status is, and no matter what you want to do in life, you can start to dream and start your dream, and let it become reality through that journey. And thank you so much again, Sir Bench. Thank you so much, Sir John. And to Mega World International, thank you so much for your support. To NutraWay Incorporated in Sydney, thank you so much. And to everyone that supports me here in Sydney, thank you so much.
Yan. Thank you so much,
Thank
Joe.
you.